Hey guys, I got you another clip from another former US Marine. This is something that happened back in 2009, but now with the aliens are real and everything, this statement is resurfing. Let me show it to you right here.
Oh, you're not allowed to report this. You're not allowed to talk about it to your family, not to your chain of command. I don't care if a general even asks you. You can go to prison for this. You could be executed. You need to sign this. It's a non-disclosure agreement.
Michael Herrera, you were in Indonesia in 2009. You had a UAP/UFO encounter. You were a U.S. Marine, 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines. You responded to a 7.6 magnitude earthquake and a tsunami hit in western Indonesia. Marine crew was armed and tasked to provide security along with medical equipment and food supplies.
Originally, it was supposed to be more of like a deterrence, but also overwatch protection, so that way these helos can drop the supplies. The logistics groups that were a part of it can then render aid or whatever it is to the local population there. We were positioned near this slope. It wasn't like a steep grade or anything, but it was enough to obscure what was going on the other side that we had no idea what was going on. Naturally, you want to take the high ground, so you have observation of everything. And this is when we came across this operation.
You crest this hill.
Yep.
You look down into the valley.
Yep.
And there's a clearing.
There's a clearing
with a UAP.
Yes.
Just sitting there.
Sitting there, hovering. Rotating clockwise. Yep. We decided to get in the tactical column and approach this, right? And we got down the slope, and it's just like a clearing, and just has this big opening. It's almost a little bit more than the football field, because this craft took up majority of that. So when we trekked up close,
how close did you get
to the craft?
To the craft.
Roughly 200 meters, 150, 200.
Did you get to the bottom of the hill?
Yes.
So you could see, so you saw the top of it, and then you could see underneath of it. Could you see, was it one smooth piece of metal?
No.
Was it panels?
Panels. And underneath of it had this platform that was on the ground that was separate from this craft hovering.
How high off the ground was this?
The actual craft?
Yes.
I would say probably 20 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. Good distance. So right when we got close to it, at least 150, 200 meters out, then all of a sudden we were engaged, at least not in a hostile manner, at least not gunfire or firefight or anything like that. But the way that these guys moved was so fluid, it was so still, it was very, very, very smooth. They started yelling at us. They were like, you're not supposed to fucking be here. What the fuck are you guys doing here? Who the fuck are you with? So they knew they were using the kind of lingo that we were using too, especially in the military. At one point, they said they were going to smoke us. They could throw us out of a helicopter. It's very easy to get lost in the jungle out here. They kept saying stuff like that. So after they enveloped us, they're searching us, we're watching this thing happen, and that's when we started seeing trucks come from our left and go onto this platform, and they were up armored 350s. I know exactly what 350s are. And then they had a shipping container thing. It looked like a shipping container, but smaller and half the size. There's not drugs that they're putting in these shipping containers. It says it's humans. Fast forward a month after we end up getting back, all of a sudden a duty Marine knocks on my door and says, you need to report up to the CP. I'm like, roger that. So I get my cover, run downstairs, run over, and there's nobody there. So all of a sudden I'm greeted by somebody in Air Force dress blues, and he didn't have a cover on, but he had salt and pepper hair, white complexion, older gentleman. He didn't have a name tag on his uniform. Air Force regulation states that you have to have a name tag on your uniforms. With what you guys saw, you're not allowed to report this. You're not allowed to talk about it to your family, not to your chain of command. I don't care if a general even asks you. You can go to prison for this. You could be executed. You need to sign this. It's a non-disclosure agreement. I've had News Nation, I've had CNN, I've had MSNBC that reached out. I declined every single one of them. I'm not looking to get fucking famous from this dude. Yeah. I just want to get this information out. This ain't gonna, I've had people try to approach me with book deals and shit like that. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. This has nothing to do with trying to get money. I got people trying to poke holes. Go for it. I don't give a fuck what they think. They weren't fucking there with me. They weren't there with my Marines. They want to talk shit. Go for it.
All right. As you saw, just to put it simple, pretty much he was on the Overwatch team that he was sent to help people in Indonesia. This was something that happened back in 2009. And after an earthquake, I believe he says, they went and start patrolling the area, and then they saw a gravitational aircraft, they call it. It's a spaceship, guys, a spaceship. Now, the crazy thing is that, which is super crazy, this spaceship was guarded by humans. They were protecting these aliens. And from what I understood, they were abducting people. They were taking people in the ship. So they were selling us as scouts? I don't know, just saying.